Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Deja Vu and I am bringing you another audio commentary from the Pro League. This time we are going to be having Estro versus Hwaesung Oz, and this is of course the Shenanigans Pro League 0809 round 4 week 3. So I'm pretty excited about this because we are going to start off with Hyvaa for Estro and the big man for Oz. Big man on campus, Jaedong there on the right, cool as always because he knows that he's on Battle Royale for his favorite, his godly matchup of ZVZ. You know, it's Jaedong. Everyone knows about his 80% ZVZ. He's won his last 10. He is just absolutely ridiculous. You almost think that it's getting to the point where if you know Battle Royale is coming up and you're playing Oz, that you might as well not even throw up a Zerg. It's almost getting to that point. It's that ridiculous. But I don't know. People keep throwing Zergs against Jaedong. They just keep going down. And yeah, the game's starting now. We're gonna have Jaedong in the bottom right in orange and Hyvaa in the top left in teal. And Hiva's actually not a slouch at all. He is his overall record is just barely over 50%, about 51%. But his ZVZ is his best matchup at 63%. So I mean, if there was going to be someone to give him a trouble, you know, give Jaedong some trouble, someone who with a 63% win record would be the one to do it. Although we have seen players like Luxury and Effort and July, you know, lots of good players, quality Zerg players go up against Jaedong, and they just seem to all go down like flies one after another. And it just seems like Jaedong's got like a 10-win streak followed by 1 loss, and then like an 8-win streak followed by 1 loss, and then like he wins 6 games followed by 1 loss. You know, it's just something ridiculous like that. And I think someone's gonna have to do something great against Jaedong to beat him, and I think the way to even really have a chance against him is you've got to go for some early link pressure, not like a 9 puller or anything too ridiculous like that. I think you can be safe with the overpool gas build that everyone seems to be favoring these days for ZVZ. But I think you do need to go for more lings early and try and get in on Jaedong, because if you go for the Muta fight and you and Jaedong have approximately the same number of Mutalisks and Scourge, he's shown over and over again that he's gonna kick your butt. And the builds are approximately the same, but slightly different. Hyvaa went for his spawning pool, then his extractor, then Overlord, I believe, or maybe his spawning pool, Overlord, extractor, something along those lines. Whereas I believe Jaedong went for Overlord, then extractor, and then spawning pool. So Hyvaa should be able to get his layer up slightly faster, but I don't think it'll be too big of a difference. Maybe 30, maybe 10 to 20, 10 to 15 seconds, something along those lines. Shouldn't be too big of a difference. And there's Jaedong, hands going crazy, just really ready for this game. But yeah, like I was saying, like to beat Jaedong, if you can get some early pressure on him with lings, you have a chance, because his Mutalisk micro, particularly against Scourge, is just so incredible. Like we've seen it over and over again, where like he'll have 6 Mutalisks being chased by like 8 Scourge, and somehow not a single one will land. And it's just absolutely ridiculous that he can do things like that. But yeah, that's what Jaedong does, and that's why he wins ZVZ. And then we see Hyvaa's layer started, and Jaedong will probably start momentarily. Yeah, there it is. It already started as well. But with some early ling pressure, yeah, Jaedong's ling micro, of course, is awesome as well. But I think you have a better chance with ling on ling micro than you do with Muta Scourge versus Muta Scourge. And if there's a map that you could get away with doing something like that, it would be this one. This map does let you, I mean, it is Battle Royale, and I assume everyone's at least somewhat familiar with it. You have these assimilators in the front that can be broken to make it so nothing can come into your natural this way, and we do see Jaedong throwing down his hatch rate as natural, which is something that a lot of Zergs have been doing on this map, because you are relatively protected with the assimilators there. But as we are seeing right now, Hyvaa is going for that side disruptor in the middle of the map, and then he can come back into Jaedong's natural by breaking another Xel'Naga temple. So you can do a ling strategy on this because of that gap, because of the fact you have an alternate path that can be broken. And Jaedong does see this; he should know it with the Overlord sitting there. But the other interesting thing is that neither players decided to break their assimilators. We have seen that a lot, where players will just break these assimilators that's in front of their base and then just go straight for Muta build. And I think for Jaedong that's especially effective because his Muta's micro is just so powerful. And Spire's going down for both players. That hatchery, this is actually an interesting position for Jaedong. He's kind of in a precarious spot. He needs to decide what to do with these lings, whether to go send them for a counter and force Hiva to bring them back or come back to the temple. And he's decided to come back to the temple and play some defense here. But that is a ton of lings coming out for Hiva. That is a ton of lings. And Jaedong now sees this, that there's also lings coming in from the assimilator side. So Hiva might actually be able to get a surround here on Jaedong, and I think Jaedong realizes this, and he's going to pull back to his to more of a choke position there, because he can't afford to let those Zerglings run by, the Zerglings of Hiva to run by and do damage in his main. Otherwise, that would just be too much. So yeah, now he's going to try and defend his choke, and now Hiva's just going to go in and attack the natural there, while Jaedong's at the choke. And now we're going to see Jaedong come in and try and stop the hatchery from going down. But he's got to be careful. I don't think he has as many lings as Hiva actually. And Hiva getting a better concave on in the battle there. And it does look like he's... Oh, it's close. It's close. Okay, they have about even numbers of Zerglings right now. But Hiva's going for a run by. He's getting through that choke, and he's going to go straight in the mid. He's going to ignore all the drones. He's going to ignore the drones, and he's going straight for that Spire. That Spire is going to go down. It only has 100 hit points left. That Spire is going to go down. And as soon as that Spire goes down, Jaedong is in huge trouble. I actually think Jaedong might actually lose this. This is ridiculous. If it was any other Zerg, I would say that it is over already. But because it is Lee Jaedong, I will give him the at least an opportunity here to counter and see what damage he can do before I call this game in Hiva's favor. And we do see the Mutalisk and whatever else pops out of those eggs for Jaedong. He will have maybe 30 seconds or so to try and get a decisive hit in. But Mutalisk also out for Hiva now, and those Zerglings are not going to be able to do very much. Mutalisk and Scourge, this is all the Air Force that Jaedong will be able to produce for the entirety of this game, very likely, unless it somehow goes really long. And yeah, Mutalisk microing each other. The Zerglings are going in for that sunken colony that Hiva threw up, but Hiva's doing a pretty good job of defending it with drones, and I think he's going to defend it, and the Mutalisks are being chased away, but they are, and I think Hiva's reinforcing Mutalisks are going to give him the advantage, and he's going to have a 1 or 2 Mutalisk advantage. And yeah, that last Mutalisk for Jaedong is going to go down, and I expect a GG pretty shortly as soon as those Mutalisks go into Jaedong's base. Jaedong's probably throwing down an evolution chamber and creep colonies. Yeah, he is, but those aren't going to become 4 colonies at a time, I don't think. I think Jaedong's going to lose a lot of drones here. Yeah, now the Mutalisks for Hiva are in, and they are taking down drones as we speak. But I think that was either Mutalisk or a Zergling for Jaedong is actually in Hiva's base as well. I saw that on the minimap. Yeah, that is a Mutalisk. And I don't know if Hiva didn't notice this or what, but that thing is actually doing a lot of damage to the drone lines. But I'm not sure if it's gonna matter because yeah, the 2 sporting colonies came up for Jaedong, but they're only gonna hold off Mutalisk for so long. And then Mutalisk does pop for Hiva, and that Mutalisk should be able to take down Jaedong's Mutalisk, and that will be the end of Jaedong's Air Force. And yeah, now GG from Jaedong. Wow. That is all I can say, and Jaedong just looking absolutely despondent. He doesn't even know. He probably feels like Brad Miller after that, like after getting hit by Rajon Rondo, and he just had to get stitches up. He just got beat down at the end of the game, and he's just like, wait, what? What is going on? Where am I? Like, that's what Jaedong looks like. Like, I don't know if anyone follows basketball, but Brad Miller, when he went to go take those free throws, just looked like he was completely out of it. And Jaedong right now just looks like he's completely confused. He's got like a little lip twitch going on there. He's just pissed. And he was like, yeah, that's right. I took down the god of ZVZ. Yeah, that's what I do. That's how that's just how I play, you know. It's my matchup. And yeah, I don't know how new he is. He's played like 55 games, whatever. I don't know how many seasons that translates to, but yeah, that was a great game by Hiva, and Jaedong's like not even out of this booth. He's slowly disconnecting his keyboard and his mouse and everything. He is righteously pissed and confused, and I have a feeling that people are going to say that this might be the end of Jaedong's ZVZ dominance or whatever, but don't ever think that, at least not yet, because Jaedong has, you know, he'll lose a game, but then he'll win the next 4, or lose 1, and then win the next 6, or something like that, and that's how Jaedong does with ZVZ. So, yeah, even though that was a great win for Hiva, the next time Jaedong is in a ZVZ, I expect someone to absolutely die to him. But, yeah, good game, and Hiva gives Estro the 1-0 lead over Jaedong Oz. Yeah, it doesn't even deserve to be called Hwaesung Oz anymore. 1-0 lead over Jaedong Oz, and I will see you in set 2.